Welcome back. As we stand by for that inauguration of Kartavya Path by the Prime Minister of the country, politics over Netaji's statue seems to be ongoing. Now, this is the latest breaking news that we are getting for our viewers on the broadcast after Mamata Banerjee accused the centre of not properly inviting the West Bengal government for Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's statue's inaugural ceremony. The BJP has now hit back at TMC chief, saying that she did nothing for Netaji's legacy, and when Prime Minister Modi takes a historic decision, she's just making attempts to sully the occasion. So this is the politics that has ensued. Remember, when Mamata Banerjee had spoken on how she was not properly invited to attend the inauguration ceremony of the Kartavya Path, in fact, of also the Netaji statue in Delhi today, she said that she is not going to be attending because, quote-unquote, the invite was not proper. She also goes on to say that the invite was sent via letter through a bureaucrat informing her about the event only in the evening, and she also alleged that she's not some servant that is going to be going because of an invitation by a bureaucrat that has to be sent in the right way. That is the allegation that Mamata Banerjee has made, and now we hear Amit Malviya has actually retorted to all those allegations, saying that she's trying to sully the occasion now that the Prime Minister is doing something when it comes to the historic decision of actually putting up Netaji's statue. That big unveiling is happening this evening. Amit Malviya is making that accusation. He is in fact joining us on the broadcast this evening. In fact, Mr. Malviya, thank you so much for being a part of this discussion. Mamata Banerjee says the invite is not proper. Now, you, of course, have put it out on Twitter saying that she's just trying to sully the occasion. Why do you think she's not coming?
Well, I don't know why Mamata Banerjee is not coming, and whether she comes or she doesn't, it does not take away from the occasion that for the first time after 75 years of independence, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's legacy is being honored the way it is being at the behest of Prime Minister Modi. Let's not forget that the place where Netaji's statue will be installed is the place where King George V's statue stood till about 1965. It was since then the demand for Netaji's statue to be installed in the heart of Delhi has been there. No Prime Minister, including several governments that Mamata Banerjee was part of, ever thought it appropriate to do so. Now that the Prime Minister has taken that decision, and it is a solemn occasion to have Mamata Banerjee come out and say that she's feeling bad. I don't know what is she feeling bad about. Just because Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's legacy is being honored, why did she not do it? She's been the Chief Minister for 10 years. What has she done for preserving the legacy of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in Bengal, for example? Nothing.
Mr. Malviya, what do you have to say on the fact that she says that she's kind of miffed because the invitation was sent to her through an undersecretary, and she also accuses the culture minister of not having done so?
Look, there are protocols in the government. There are no exceptions to those protocols. If Mamata Banerjee feels miffed at every small thing, then perhaps there's something wrong with her bloated ego more than the processes and the protocols that the government of India has for such occasions.
And the fact that she had her own event when it comes to Netaji's statue unveiling and, of course, commemorating him in Bengal, that is also happening on the very day when Kartavya Path is all set to be inaugurated by the Prime Minister.
Because she feels compelled to compete with the central government without realizing that in a federal structure it has to be a collaborative approach. And why was she waiting for the Prime Minister to unveil the statue on the day when he is dedicating the Kartavya Path to the country so that she could make a political point? This is how petty Mamata Banerjee actually is.
Mr. Malviya, one last question that I'd like you to answer. There's been so many allegations how Netaji's family is not going to be part of this inauguration as well. Why has that happened? Was the invite not sent? Have you spoken to the guys? Have they, said that they'd not be able to come because of a particular reason?
Netaji is a much, much taller leader than his family. He is the leader of the country, and I think the Prime Minister is doing the right thing by unveiling his statue in the heart of the capital and dedicating it to the country. I think
No, I asked you whether the
important.
family was invited or not, because that is also the allegation that the opposition is making against the centre.
Everybody was invited, particularly those who have had association with Netaji. It is for them to decide whether they want to be part of the occasion or not.
Okay.
Like Mamata Banerjee, she was invited. She chose not to come. Now nobody can force her to come.
So have they responded to it? Do we know about it? Why they could not make
Everybody who matters and is related to Netaji has been invited.
All right, Mr.